It's 7:51 at KNEB. It is time for today's News Extra, brought to you by Jolliffe Funeral Home. I'm Dennis Ernest, and in with us today is Carol Prince. She is, Director of Operations for Scottsbluff County?
Yes.
Carol, if you'd bring that mic up a little closer to you. Should have said that sooner. You're Director of Operations, but we want to talk about public transit, right?
Correct.
All right, well, what's going on?
Well, on March 18th, the Governor of Nebraska signed a proclamation declaring April 6th to the 10th Public Transit Week for all across Nebraska. And the object of the proclamation is to increase the understanding and awareness of public transit in your local area and across the state. During this week, all the transit systems across the state are encouraged to do some type of a promotion for their system. We will be doing different things throughout the whole week. Every day we'll be giving out different items to the riders that ride. For example, we have pans, lip balm, and that type of thing. There will also be a chance for each rider to sign up for a drawing. We'll have drawings every day at the end of the day that we'll give out prizes, and we have a bunch of great prizes. We'll be giving out free handy bus tickets. We have gift certificates from various businesses around town that have donated to us, and so we're really looking forward to it and hoping to make the people aware of public transit in Scottsbluff County.
Well, let's visit about that a little bit. I think public transit, we're thinking trains and buses and subways in the big cities, but tell us about public transit here in communities like Scottsbluff and Scottsbluff County.
The rural transit systems, basically what we do is we take people to the doctor's appointments, grocery stores, hair appointments, any place they want to go. We serve the county of Scottsbluff, so we go to all the outlying towns, and we ask that people call a day in advance for an appointment. And what we do is if they have an appointment, we'll pick them up a half hour before their appointment time to get them there, and then when they're finished with their appointment, they call back for their return. So
as opposed to riding a specific route where you get on at point A and get off at point C, you're going point to point. I mean, in other words, it's curb, door side, or door, whatever I want to say, door-to-door service, right?
That's correct. We're a demand response system.
Yeah, demand response.
Yes, and we do go curb to curb, and I'm thinking about trying to do a fixed route, but we haven't done that yet, of course. But yeah, we go directly to their homes, and my drivers, I have great drivers, and so they're very helpful with the clients. And if someone needs help to the car, they'll do that too. They'll go to the door and help them to the car.
How many units do you have out then, or how many drivers and so on do you have? What's the system like?
Well, daily we have at least 7 vehicles out there. I have 13 drivers altogether, and we have 3 usually wheelchair vans out there, and then a couple 12-passenger vans. And right now we do have a couple minivans, but they're getting old, and we probably won't be having those very long.
Mm-hmm. So you get calls and then try to line up some sort of route that makes sense, picking up folks in some sort of routine? That's
correct. What we try to do is if we can combine rides as much as possible, we will. So if we have...
Because you're not a taxi service, and that's the difference.
That's
right?
correct. That's correct. And so we have to... And for money, we have to try and do as many rides together. We have it on a computer, and when somebody calls in, we'll put them down on the schedule, and then my dispatcher has a tough job of trying to keep the rides all lined up together. So if somebody calls from the hospital or Walmart and needs a ride and they're headed to Gearing or something, we'll try and combine all those rides so that everybody goes one time and we're not going back and forth constantly.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be quite a challenge then to keep that efficient and moving in the right direction all the time and on time to get people where they need to go.
It is, and sometimes we do have difficulty with being on time because it seems like sometimes the rides get all bunched up at the same time and everybody is wanting to go someplace at the same time. So occasionally we do run behind on our trips, but we really do try to keep it on time if we can.
Carol Prince is our guest. We're talking about the upcoming Public Transit Week, and riders will have the opportunity to take some things home and also register for some great prizes. How do people ride? Do they pay with cash? Do they buy tickets ahead of time? How does that system work?
Both. We do have tickets that they can buy, and those are $20, and they give you 10 one-way rides that are worth $2. It's $2 in Scottsbluff and Gearing, and they can also pay cash. And I also wanted to mention during Public Transit Week, we'll have one day that is free. So everybody that rides on that day will be riding free. They won't have to pay anything. Another day we'll be giving out tickets that will give them a free ride to use at a later date if they so choose.
The fact that it's county, is that unique, or is that the way it works in most rural counties or rural areas of the state?
A lot of them are through the county. Some of them are through senior service centers in the area. For example, I know Box Butte runs theirs through the service center, senior service center.
Okay.
But some of them are a lot. It's a very variety of transit systems.
Yeah, umbrella organization, I guess would be
Yeah.
the word. Yeah. All right, we're back with more in just a moment.
Sensitive, comforting, personal. Jala Funeral Home. Let Jala Funeral Home help you when you have lost a loved one. We will help you honor them with unmatched service and artistry. Our team will help you carry on the legacy of your family members and friends. With over 100 years of experience, we offer professional and personal attention to every detail in the planning process. We also offer advanced planning as a continuation to our services. That's Jala Funeral Home. Our family serving your family for 3 generations.
On News Extra, visiting with Carol Prince. She is Director of Operations for Scottsbluff County, and specifically talking about the handy bus service, our public transit system here in Scottsbluff County. So how does one even get on board public transit here?
All they need to do is call the handy bus a day before and set up an appointment. If they've never ridden before, we do ask that they call maybe a day before they want to ride so that we can get some basic information from them, get them in the computer. But once they're ready to ride, they just need to call the day before and we'll set up the ride. And if they have an appointment, we'll pick them up at least a half hour before their appointment time. And then, and it's just that simple. The driver will come and get them and take them where they want to go.
And you can ride from Lyman to Scottsbluff or Minutair to Gearing or whatever you need to do, right, to conduct your business?
That's correct. We try to go to Mitchell, Morrill, Lyman, and Henry in that way on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then we go to Minutair and Melbeta on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And that's so that we don't have buses out all the time and we can concentrate our rides where the majority of them are.
So you do have some kind of routine route a little bit then?
A little bit. We do try to do that, yes.
Yeah, all
Yes.
right. Well, very good. We encourage people to get on board, take a ride, and get where you need to go. And again, Public Transit Week next week, and you'll have some extra opportunities to hand out some favors and so on to folks, and free tickets even, and some great prizes. So sounds like a lot of fun.
That's correct. Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.